We've been lost for days. Our ship, the toughest vessel, was broken, snapped in half like a twig by a giant beast from the depths of the ink ocean. We're starving, exhausted, short on supplies, enthusiasm, and morale. Despite the odds, we never gave up. You gotta admit, that's the one thing all sailors are good at.
No, it looks gross.
Hands are really hard to draw.
Wrong.
Hands are like something you need to like take a huge class for.
Like a specific art class just for
Mop's like a
hands.
100.
Yeah.
Art hands.
Oh,
I just realized why I wanted to kill myself. These 5 panels is just the same close-up of this hand going click, 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 click. To kill myself.
You can do it.
What is your one? What's the point?
Me completely giving up.
Oh shit, we started?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like we'll fade in.
Okay.
Like, I just wanted it to be like more natural than like. Don't be nervous. It's the microphone.
I'm not nervous.
It's the money.
Should we
I'm just
introduce
laughing.
though?
Oh yeah. Hello, I am Kathy from the White Suburban Christian Moms Against Gorillas and Marijuana.
Oh my god.
And these are my girlfriends.
Hi, my name is Karen. I drive a Grand Caravan. It's not even a remote joke I do.
What about you?
My name is Nancy.
You guys gonna shut up. We're so loud.
I like cats. I
I
like fish.
I like white bread with the crust soft. That is my kink.
I really like knee socks.
I thought you were gonna say Nissans, and I'm like, honestly, same.
Nissan. I love you, Nissan.
Why did I put on eyeliner? I'm like crying.
That's why I
Alright.
didn't wear makeup today. I cried too much last time.
All right, bitches, let's talk about some shit.
Alright. Let's go.
Let's not. That has to be censored.
Beep.
Oh my god.
All right. Okay, so who wants to go first?
Speaking of let's talk about Shape of the Water.
Let's talk about the
God.
shape of water. Speaking of Spawn.
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 What is happening?
I have a idea anymore now. Fuck, beep. So yeah, I saw Shape of the Water. Shape.
What shape was it in?
It was the Shape of Water.
Great.
I keep messing up the damn title. I keep saying the Shape of the Water. It's not Shape of the Water. It's Shape of Water.
The shape of water.
Shape of water.
Shape of Water.
Yeah.
And so like it was really sweet. Spoiler alert! Right now, skip
Yeah.
until.
Click this button if you're on YouTube. If you're on SoundCloud, click this button to skip the spoiler for The Shape of Water. Love you.
Anyway, so at the end of the movie, it turns out that like, okay, I'm a dumbass because I was like listening to the opening like pan of like a narrator, and so like it's like a water-filled apartment and everything's floating and there's a guy talking and I was like, oh, is it the fish man? Can he talk?
Can the fish talk?
Can the fish talk?
Man.
No. Turns out at the end of the movie, my mom explained it to me. No, it was the gay guy talking the entire time.
He was the main character the whole time.
No, he was the narrator, not the main character.
No,
he was
I'm-
No, yeah, I feel you.
It was a joke.
It's so funny. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, no, it was the gay guy talking the entire time. But anyway, at the end of the movie, when like, you know, spoiler alert, the fish man and the lady, they kiss underwater.
They have a big kiss.
They have a big kiss, a big smotch. Mwah. He's reciting a poem, and it was talking about like how he'll something about like the shape of like their love or whatever, and I was like, oh, the Shape of Water. Roll credits, and they did, and I was like, hey, nice, good job.
I love Guillermo. That's how we do it.
Yeah, the soundtrack was amazing. It fit.
Fat.
It fit really.
I just fat.
It fit really well, like, you know, like those old-timey like Parisian love story movies, and they had like such like soft like ling music, and it was like
Yeah. Ling 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 music.
but like it was very like accordion and like harpsichords and like really soft romantic music. It was a love story between a lady and a sexy ass fish man, and it was like, yes. And here's the thing, so like, I don't know, some people can't get behind the whole monster thing. But here's the thing. This fish was sexy. He had like a goddamn 8-pack.
Yeah.
He was no. That's
He
the
was
thing.
hung?
No, he did. He
I
like
see it.
no, like he didn't like you didn't see the fish dick, the fish
fic?
dick.
Let me see
dick,
that fic, baby.
Like fish sticks.
And so like
What are fish sticks made out of?
spoiler alert, she fucks the fish, and she shows up to work one day like after she fucks the fish in her like bathtub apartment.
Yeah.
And she shows up to work, and Octavia Spencer, who plays her like best friend, cleaner lady, because they're both cleaner ladies, but Octavia Spencer's the best friend, and she's like, "Why are you smiling?" And she like signs something to her, and she goes, "Oh, you know, it's nothing." And Octavia Spencer's like, "You didn't," and she was like, "Mm-hmm," gave her like this smirk, and she goes, "How?" And she kind of like signs like her like, she puts her cups her hands together. And she kind of opens them a little bit, like, from the inside out, like a flower opening.
Oh.
And then she just kind of puts her finger through and, like, the dick is revealed. And Octavia Spencer is, like, repeating the whole motion. She goes, "Never trust a man who looks flat like that." And I was like,
Never.
God damn it, I can't with this movie. I wanted to scream and get out of the theater, but I
I
couldn't.
really
It was
want to
so
see
good.
it.
It was
Me
so
too.
good.
Oh
Octavia
my
Spencer
gosh.
is a goddamn gem in this movie. I love her so much.
Does it get like awkward like if I go see it with my parents?
Yeah, will they be like,
Oh, God, there's-
what is wrong with this fish? No, they probably encourage it.
No, there's a lot of, okay, I don't know. My mom was uncomfortable because she was sitting between my two brothers and there was a lot of female nudity.
Oh, really?
And she was like, so like to my younger brother, she was like, cover
Was it
your
just
eyes.
boobles or was it like?
It was full on nudity.
Oh, really?
Like, okay,
Like
low key.
badge?
No. So like,
But
so
like
listen,
open or just like shut?
shut, because like, because listen, she gets into the bath. It's like her morning routine. That's how the whole apartment scene starts out in the beginning. Like it's like a water-filled apartment, and it slowly sinks down, and then it's like a dry apartment.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Okay, cool, ready to start my work day." And so she gets up, starts running a bath, goes and boils some eggs, and starts making lunch. Gets into the bathtub, and like is like titties, nice. And then it's like through the water, you can see like everything else, and then it cuts to like her like. I'm trying to remember the word for this. Like, voraciously masturbating in the water.
Oh,
Gosh, really?
Yes, like
I didn't
she
expect
needed some
that.
release, and she was ready to go. And so then, like, she gets dressed, goes to work, grabs her lunch, drops some dinner off to her neighbor, who's the gay artist, and I
Yeah.
appreciate him. He is a gem.
That's my face. Think of that.
And so, yeah. And then, like, the whole, like, getting ready and going to work scene gets repeated 3 times, and every single time she's in the
Furiously
bathtub, she is, like,
masturbating.
furiously masturbating. And I'm like,
Oh my
bitch,
God.
same.
Like, she hates
and
it
my
or
mom was
something?
like, why would she do that? And I was like, because she's, because she
'Cause
can,
she's
first
a
off.
human?
Because she can, first off. Also, like, spoiler alert, and again, spoiler
Okay.
alert. There's a really cool, like, backstory and, like, why she doesn't have parents or, like, friends. Because she was a baby adopted, like, they found her by the river.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, she's mute because someone scratched the shit out of her voice boxes when
Oh,
she was a
shit.
baby. And so she has, like, 3 scars on the sides of her neck.
Ah,
And I was like, God damn it,
gills.
she's a fish.
She's a fish woman.
And so then I was talking with, like, my older brother about it because, like, he was really into this movie. And I was like, yeah, like, I think she's half fish and she just took after the more human side. And so they were kind of like, leave her on the land. And so that's why she can't talk. She's a fish. She's a f***ing fish. And so that means...
That's why she's attracted to fic.
that fish dick. She want that fic.
She sensed those hormones.
He's so
those
thick.
pheromones.
With 2 C's.
Fake. Anyway, so, like, that's why, like, she can't talk. She's a half fish human. And so then it was like, well, that makes sense as to why Abe, like, the son of, like, fish lady and fish guy looks more fish with a little bit, like, more, like, humanistic tendencies. Like, I think the dad looks exactly like Abe, but, like, hard. He has, like, fish plating everywhere.
That beach body.
He got
Fish abs.
fabs.
Fabs.
He has fish abs. But yeah, he a cutie. And I'm like, oh, so that means Abe is like a quarter human.
Nice.
And I'm like, honestly, nice. And I was like, yes.
So, big question here. You saw a sexy fish man. What are you doing? You're in his pond. What are you doing?
The fish. roll the dice.
What
Roll
else
the
is in
dice.
it?
Roll the dice. Nat 20. Good job. Goes like that.
No. Oh, God. Speaking of fish,
What?
let's talk about gay people.
On the topic of non-heterosexual.
I like how we're on the non-art topics right now.
Well, that's what you do. You hook them with the with the fish dick, and then you get them with the art shit.
I thought maybe like going like one and then the other and then the like.
Oh no, we just kind of bounce around like we're wild.
We're wild like that.
Ooh, wild.
Ooh. Well, don't you dare pull,
no, I'm serious. Where's my phone?
pull my string.
No,
Wait.
reference. Shut up, real fast. Reference.
She's pulling my hoodie string.
It's a reference for a lamp string. Don't be rude. I just remembered
Assault.
it. I can't do this. Can you take a picture?
Yeah, I can take the picture.
That lamp string.
Thank you.
I took 2.
Thank you. I love you.
That was just dead silence for a good 5 seconds.
No.
It's fine.
I'm sure it'll run even if it like goes to sleep.
Oh yeah, even if it does. So, you mentioned a gay character in film. Was he actually a good gay character? Like, did they write him well?
He was wholesome.
Like, he was good.
He was like 50 years old, had a toupee. He was an artist, and like honestly, I've never related to a character so much in my life because he was painting like a family with Jello, and the guy was like, "First off, the Jello needs to be green," and he was like, "I think it looks good red," and I'm like, "Gay culture, right there."
Arguing about Jello colors for painting.
And then he was like, "Your family needs to be happier," and he goes, well, "What are they happy about? It's just Jello." And he was like, "Well, we couldn't take a photograph, but we went for your art stuff instead." And like it was so sad because like he's this old aspiring artist that got fired from a company, and they're just like jerking his string around, like saying, "Oh yeah, you'll get paid," dangling the carrot in front of him. It's sad, and he doesn't get the money. And so he's like, "You know what, screw it, nothing makes me happy anymore, so I'm gonna make my neighbor really happy, and she gonna get that fish dick." And so he breaks the fish out of the fish prison.
Really?
Yes,
he's the one who does it.
Yeah, he's the one who helps her do it.
That's so cool.
Because he's an artist, he forges like IDs and like papers and shit, and like paints on a van with fake plates to like go sneak the fish out. And I'm like, honestly, gay culture.
Gay culture is sneaking ab fish man out of
dude. And
out
here's
of
the
prison.
thing. Here's the thing. So like the entire time, like Octavia Spencer hasn't really seen the fish guy a lot yet.
Yeah.
And so like the first time Octavia Spencer and the gay guy see the fish is when they're sneaking him out of the thing. And so like low key, the fish guy kind of stands up and like out of like the laundry basket they're sneaking him out of, and he looks at the gay guy, and the gay guy's like looking him up and down like, this is him? Like, I'm gay for the fish? And I'm like, honestly, gay culture. Gay culture. I was like, see, look, even the gay guy's attracted to the fish man. See, the fish man is hot.
This kind of sounds like one big young adult novel.
Is this
Honestly,
like a Monster Musume sequel, or?
I don't know, man, but it's beautiful. I love it. Anyway,
So.
oh yeah.
So we had wait. Sorry, you go.
So no, like the one like thing I really liked at the end of the movie is that like the big angry man who's in charge of like the big whole thing. He's a FBI agent.
Yeah, the bitch.
He's the bitch. He shoots the fishman and the lady, and they both die. But guess what? Fishman has healing powers, and like he ended up like healing like the gay guy's bald spot on top of his head, and so that like foreshadowed the whole he heals himself and then he heals the lady once he throws her in the water. And so like the gay guy, like in order to protect them, takes a 2x4 and goes up to the FBI agent's face and goes, "Hey bitch," boom, and like knocks him out. And it was great. And I was like, yes. And then Fishman goes up and he goes and like slits his throat, and I was like, good job. I was like, good job.
That sounds good.
And I was like, gay culture.
And that gay man particularly sounds like a good character, would you say?
He's a good baby.
Yeah, he's a good baby. Now, let's talk about the LGBTQ movies that are coming out that seem to...
forced.
A little bit forced. Like the characters are kind of cardboard cutouts of what we think gay people are like, especially in shows.
Yeah, or at least like... They try to like tell you over and over, hey, they're gay. Hey, they're gay. Hey, by the way, they're gay. It's like, I get it. Like, it'd be nice if like...
If they're gay, if gay wasn't flaunted. If gay is not their only characteristic.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? Gay Fishman from Shape of Water was, what is it? A savior. Saved the fish, cares about his friend, and loves Jello. There's definitely more to him than, just being a gay man.
Like he ate a lot of crappy key lime pie to go get some and then turns out the guy was a racist, and he was like, actually, no, I don't want your anymore.
Exactly. Wow. And guess what? Good on you. Don't a racist in 2018. We're on that new wave shit.
I can't draw thumbs.
So particularly, who are you nitpicking about when it comes to forced LGBTQ representation in the media?
I noticed it a lot in the Foo, in the recent
Beauty and the Beast film.
Right, and what was her name? Like, I missed the whole Peter Capaldi version of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
But his companion.
Oh, was it the black lady?
Yeah, she was like, I saw like one episode. I was like, oh, I haven't been like watching it for a while. I'll watch it like a little bit.
Yeah.
And like she's like, oh, I'm gay. Like first they hinted at it or something like that.
Yeah.
And then later on, they're like sitting on a bench, and the doctor's like, I've never had a problem with gay people. And blah blah. It's like, yeah, I know, doctor.
I know, because you are.
No, shut up. Because
Stop starting discourse right now.
Captain Jack was gay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and all they needed to do to show that was like Rose was like, I got this, and he's like, nah, you're not his type, and like
that's it.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And like when the doctor, David Tennant, was about to regenerate, he gave him like a note that was like, his name is Alonzo.
Yeah.
And
yeah. He like hooked Captain Jack and Cap. He hooked Captain Jack up with Alonzo.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, of course the doctor doesn't care about if you're gay or not. He just cares if you're happy.
Yeah. Like, and with the whatever her name was, I think it was Bobby.
Bobby.
Ayo, Bobby.
But Bobby's over here being what? I'm gay.
Flaunting.
I'm gay.
Yeah.
Every 2
Literally
seconds.
me, bitch. Like, I go up to somebody, don't talk about how gay you are. Hi, my name is Gay.
I was born and raised in West Philadelphia.
Born and gay.
Born and gay.
I just heard the remix version of like Thomas the Tank Engine like music over the rap, and I was like, honestly, mood.
Yeah, big mood. Thomas Tank Engine with System of a Down is probably my favorite combination. I'll show y'all later.
I've heard it.
Oh, you
I
have?
love it. Yes, I love it.
Yet you feed us lies from the tablecloth. La, 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 la. In the whole background was do 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 do. Sorry.
I love those like mashups.
Good stuff. So
Wait,
yeah, I didn't feel it with.
Who are you?
Hey, wait a minute. I like to sing, dance,
Kazoo. Shit, fucking good. I love that dude.
It's like
Wow,
kind of
the land of make believe. Oh my god. Sorry.
No.
So
Big mood.
we have a problem with
Vine
Bobby
references.
Girl from Doctor Who
Mm-hmm.
and LeFou.
Yeah, LeFou.
The thing about LeFou is like you could watch the original Beauty and the Beast and speculate that he was super gay for Gaston, but it was never confirmed. It was never denied. He didn't like chase after women particularly, but he didn't chase after Gaston necessarily either. But
he
he
was
was
his
just
right-hand man.
yeah, and
He was the world's
I mean,
best wingman.
it was pretty easy to just like take him over to Beauty and the Beast and be like, well, he could be gay, but you could have done more with it than just having him, obsess over a man who is, toxic to him, and then maybe have him be happy and dance with a cross-dressed man in the end.
Was he cross-dressed?
Yeah, he was wearing a dress, I
Yeah.
believe.
He was?
Yeah.
Which I kind of liked.
I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Because, like, the wardrobe attacked, like, 3 of the men attacking the castle.
You're correct.
And 2 of them ran away. No, they all were dressed in, like, women's clothing. And 2 of them ran away, like, freaking out, scared, heteros. And then...
The goddamn hits are back at it again.
And then the other one's, like, he kind of looks in the mirror, he's like, oh.
He smiles.
Yeah,
That made me really happy.
yeah.
I loved that part. I was like,
Yeah, but they didn't have to like talk about anything about it. It was like he's happy. It's like, oh, I get it. Like
Yeah.
I see this.
Not only is it wholesome, it's kind of funny, too.
Yeah.
It's cute.
It's cute.
And then, at the end, you see LeFou dancing with them, and it's like that was good, but I didn't appreciate the whole I'm obsessing over Gaston, and
he's toxic.
And he's
for
toxic, and it's because I love him.
Because I'm gay.
Because I'm gay.
Because there's nobody at his like.
Yeah.
Like.
There wasn't enough.
He also acted like really
gay.
Cardboard cutout.
Cardboard cutout gay. Yeah.
Yeah, like very stereotypical.
Like,
it was like
chasey, followy,
Yeah.
always happy and giggly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was. I felt so bad for him. Like the whole movie, I was like, aw.
There's no representation for gay people in the 1950s France. Was it 1950s?
That wasn't 1950s. It was like 1800s.
Oh shit.
When was the French Revolution? I just took history.
Viva la Revolution.
Unless we really were gay people in France.
Wait a minute. Was this
Do people
after
really
French?
exist in France?
The French.
When was the
I
plague?
love the
It was the
French.
plague. When was the plague? The 1700s?
I think
The 1600s.
It was in the
Wake up and smell the plague.
It was in
Dad.
the 1600s because that's why her mom died.
Oh shoot! Right. Okay.
Yeah, remember it was after the plague. So
Dang, they're old as hell. They're dead.
wait a minute, then that makes no damn sense because like when the beast gets like hit, like the witch like smacks the shit out of him because he's being a dumbass.
Yeah.
All of those people are wearing like court dress that looks really similar to like Louis
To, like,
the 14th.
Yeah.
And that was in like the 1800s, man. Like
Yeah, I was like, that's a much later century. You know, but
Yeah.
it's Disney France. Leave it alone.
time is a construct that doesn't exist.
Time is a social construct.
I will always love the French due to their history because I may not know all of it, but I do know that they made friends with like Africa, Canada, Mexicans,
All the peaceful people kind of met up.
Native Americans.
Yeah.
Like they were cool. They were cool, dude. And
Me
look
too.
at America.
And then then Napoleon came around,
Oh.
and he blew them apart. They were blown apart.
They were blown apart.
They were
Bone apart.
they were blown apart.
Okay, this joke is dead. Can't click enough. I am click.
There is LGBT. Well, not necessarily LGBT. It has like undertones. A movie that's coming out that I'm a little interested in.
Is it Love, Simon?
Is that what it's? No. That's the one with
The actual gay boy.
Yeah, the actual gay boy. That one actually looks good too.
Oh, are you talking about the one?
Talking about the one where the
With-
person wakes up in different people.
Oh,
Have you heard of that one? It's
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
person's soul moves between different bodies every day.
Yes.
And this one girl falls in love with that person's personality.
That's
Yeah.
a K-drama.
Well,
that's
now
actually-
it's an A drama.
That's a f***ing K-drama. It's on Netflix. It has it has the guy from f***ing Goblin in it. Not Gong Yu, but the other guy, the one who plays the Reaper. I'm looking this up because it's on my watch list.
Well, now there's an Americanized version.
That's
It's
f***ing
not
crap.
based on the same thing. But
That's crap.
Maybe.
I just wanted to say that it's nice to see a movie that has LGBTQ undertones, but it's just a love story about a girl who loves this person who wakes up in a different body every day.
Yeah, and purely for the personality.
Yeah,
God
like
damn, my
it's
phone.
exclusively personality. It's not about shut your phone off, turn it off, get out of here, you're
God.
fired.
Goblin
on
actors.
silent.
Let's work my way backwards.
Let me just say,
Not Green Goblin. Shit.
you should have expected that.
Who played the Green Goblin in the Spider-Man movies, by the way?
it-
Who was it? You
it
have to tell me
was-
now.
Who was that guy?
It was the old guy.
James Kinsel.
What?
What?
No, it was
It was
the
the guy who
William
did the voice.
Dafoe.
William
Yeah,
Dafoe.
the guy
Yeah.
who did the voice of Ryuk. In
Ryuk,
recent,
yeah.
Which, by the way, the only good
The only good
decision
part. I heard that L gets like a destiny gun.
What the?
he does.
He gets like a futuristic
yes,
gun.
he gets a futuristic gun, which
What the
is
like
totally where the did that come from?
L gets future gun. I bet he doesn't even have an English accent, doesn't
There's
he?
so much wrong.
I'm honestly
With it.
so gay for every single actress in this K-drama. I want to die. His name is Lee Dong-wook.
Lee
Okay.
Don-wook.
Okay, let's find out other shit he's been in.
Okay.
Dude, Gong Yu was in Coffee Prince, and I didn't know that until like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, I've seen Coffee Prince. What the fuck?
I wish I've seen these things that you're
I've
saying,
I've kind of like fallen out of the Netflix K-drama scene. I think I watched like 2 shows, and they kind of felt the same.
Well, I really liked them, but I recently stopped because the last 2 that I watched, bad things happened right when I finished the series. Like one of them
You mean like in real life?
Like in real life.
Oh shit.
Like one of them. Okay, I can't think of the second one, but one of them I had just finished. It was 1980 something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that one?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and like my dog.
Mm.
I'm still like. Sad
It's
about
hard
it.
to say it.
My dog had just like crapped in the house, and my dad would like shoot her outside, kind of like angry about the whole situation.
Yeah.
And I looked outside, and she was laying there, and she was kind of breathing funny. But I was like, I need to go check on her, but I need shoes. But like, maybe after this one last episode.
Yeah.
And after that one episode,
Oh,
I got called into the living room, and my dad told us what happened.
No.
She was so young.
No.
Yeah, and that was this summer, by the way. My parents are like, why are you still, like, sad about it and blah, blah, blah? Because I, like, fell into depression recently.
That sucks.
Like, still, like, crying about it. And she's like, why are you crying about it? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, it happened in the summer. You need to be over that. It's not healthy. And, like, my therapist was like, no, like, you need to, like, mourn at your own pace. Like, people won't understand. Because she, like, also loves her dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, people won't understand because they're a dog, but, like, you love them. Like, you get close to them. They're
Yeah,
like
dogs
family.
are a man's best friend. Man's best friend.
But, like, after that, I was like, okay. Like, there was a bear that I held, like, the entire time I watched that series. Like, there was this other like blanket that I like always wore like the entire time I watched that series. And after that happened, like I realized that I never like held those like bears.
You couldn't bring yourself to hold those items anymore.
Or like I haven't even gone back and watched that series, even though I fucking love it.
Yeah.
What series is
Ugh. It was 1980 something.
Yeah,
1980.
Oh, I
or
thought you were talking
something.
about like a year, like.
No.
Sorry,
It's
that-
the name of the
No,
series.
I'm an idiot.
It was like a K-drama on like Netflix. And I was like, maybe I should watch this other one, which is like takes place before. But then I got called, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah. No. Oh my
Anyways,
god.
not to bring it down.
No. Of course. No. Like I. That's some bad juju. Like I wouldn't deal with that.
Yeah.
With that shit. That's some rough shit.
I think the other one, my sister got like stupid. It's stupid. Like she was just driving out of the neighborhood, and like her wheel apparently locked,
Oof.
and she like drove into somebody.
Oh no.
Like it's like, do you not think about the brakes? And I was like, well, she's probably like panicking anyway. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
like,
there's just a K-drama curse.
I don't know. But the only funny thing about it was that when she called the lady to like tell her like report that she like
Hit someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's like, oh, I'm sorry, like, are you okay? She's like, yeah. I was like really scared, like I was shook. And she did not mean to say shook.
Oh
she
my
meant,
God.
like shaken. Oh well.
Like she was shaken, but like it was the past present.
was
the
Yeah.
past
the
version
present.
of shoke. Like
I was shook.
I was shook.
shook.
Shooketh.
Fuck. Welcome
like-
to the modern generation where shook is just the normal language.
Yeah.
Shook, lit, dab, it's all.
I
It's all
yoked something
here.
down the hallway. Did you just say yeet in the past term? Yeah.
Yeah, the past tense.
Yo.
Past tense. Yeet.
Yo.
I do.
Shit. Well, never watch a K drama ever again.
Well, I'll do my best.
Does Death Note count as a? Have you seen the
No.
Death Note K drama?
Oh, I heard about it.
There's a Death Note K
I have
drama.
not watched
Maybe
I
it's
it.
better
watched.
than the
I
American
watched
one.
like the first
It's
5
kind of
minutes
gay,
of
isn't
it. I don't know. I watched the first 5 minutes of it. Light was like in a club partying with Misa and Nier, and I was like, no, what's happening?
It's like,
You skipped over half the series.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, like there was some
Maybe
weird
it was a
stuff going
flashback.
on.
Maybe it was supposed to be. Maybe it was leading up to a flashback.
fuck.
A future flashback.
A future.
My now memory.
A future back.
Oh, I'm not
Sorry,
A fat back.
fat back.
Speaking, I don't know why that reminded me, but I heard this song and it was like, eat a lot of food, keep your dick fat. And I'm like, honestly, jam. It's a bop.
Oh, you know what? I want to talk about music real quick. There was this guy that I found out about called Amine. Amine.
Anime?
No, it's not anime. It's like you flip the M and the N,
It's
and then
like real
you
stupid.
add a little accent over the E, and it's like
Amane.
Amine.
Amane.
And so this
Omelette du fromage.
he makes like just rap music or whatever, but he has this one that's like it's so good. It's called Spice Girl, and it's
I am the spiciest girl.
He's like I want a Spice Girl. I'll go who's
go to church with.
Got my whole world.
Oh.
Something like that. And it's like, ooh. And then he's like, I need a girl who's scary and sporty. And I'm like, dang, he's like playing these references hard. And that it's so good. He's so pure. I love him. He's definitely getting up there with one of my favorites. So
I recently found this guy called I Am Jake Hill.
I Am Jake Hill?
Yeah.
And what's he about?
Well, he has some really good rap music, but like some of them I can't like listen to without like having to like take a breather because they're about like suicide and depression.
Oh shit!
And I'm like, I can relate. But
I think I know who you're talking about.
And he also did this one called IDK, which is about like asking his girlfriend like, where do you want to eat? And she's like, I don't know. He's like, well, okay, look, you always choose expensive places and Mexican food, and it basically kind of sounds like Little Dicky.
I love Little Dicky style music, dude. Just like that talking that's like, yeah, well, I don't know what's going on, but like I'm just gonna fill in the space with like some words, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. Then he goes right back into the yeah. That stuff's so good.
I love the playing with silence in the background.
Yeah, like they turn the music down
AC
and they're like,
off.
we're gonna play with silence in the background.
I'm a genius.
You said the right moment.
Very good. Now.
Big mood.
Angry.
She angry. She clicked her lamp 6 times and it don't turn on.
For those of you at home, Matey is drawing a book. A comic 12-panel page, and there's an angry person on it. And she said, mood.
Mood. Closed captioning for those who can't
hear.
Yeah,
just for the...
Wait a minute.
Those who can't see. Wait.
You can't read subtitles if you can't see.
Closed captioning is useless.
This is a podcast.
Wait, can we put lyrics on our podcast? I meant subtitling.
Yeah.
No,
should we subtitle our podcast?
There's not a visual thing to it.
Well, on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube.
I'm not putting it on YouTube with some visual aids. Like, look, I'm gonna throw up a picture of a dog. Boom, there it is. Arf, arf. Okay.
Talking about my
Better
sad
for that
story.
That's gonna...
Putting X's on its eyes.
Wait, sorry, what?
Talking about my sad story.
Put X's on the eyes.
Oh, no. Don't do that.
I mean, it'll make it a little more lighthearted.
No. I'll just play like the what do you call it? The chasing music that they use in movies.
Money, that's copyrighted.
Oh, it's copyrighted. That's copyrighted, Corbin. I just sang copyrighted music.
No, you have to sing in like 15 seconds.
Oh, okay, bet. Time myself.
Okay, it's childish Gambino, homegirl, drop it like the NASDAQ. Move white girls like this cold, cut my ass. Yeah, no, it's...
Eat a lot of food, keep your dick fat.
I
got a really funny joke. Oh god. Okay, so look.
All right.
So this guy is talking to me, right? And I'm talking to this guy, and he doesn't speak my language. I don't speak his language, right?
Okay.
And he's getting really mad at me, and I don't know why. And so he looked at me, and he goes, "Me."
Nobody can
for those of you who don't...
I made a dick joke.
For those of you at home, she talked about a person with who speaks sign language.
I got you. No, it's not sign language. Listen, I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna explain it. Shut up.
It's just sign language.
Okay, so ASMR time with Mari.
Oh my gosh.
This was a joke about dicks. You.
It was ASMR.
Okay, so it was a dick joke, and I point at the guy, and I bang my pinky on the table, and then I point at myself, and I bang my whole goddamn arm. I have big dick. You have small dick.
Get it?
So
Get it? It's a wiener joke.
Ha ha.
All right.
Okay, do you want me to talk about my 12-page thing?
Oh, yeah. Actually, we brought up the 12-page comic. Mari, what is this? What is your 12?
You want me to kill myself?
What is
your... would
your...
have been good, but you were like, so like closed captioning?
Closed captions provided by PBS.
PPS?
PBS, public broadcast.
I thought you just meant like penis.
The Peepus room.
The Peepus room. We record in the Peepus room.
The Fitness Gram Baser does.
Oh my god, no.
The Peepus room is where you record podcasts.
1, down. 2,
down. 3, down.
Ding.
4, down.
Oh my gosh.
5.
You sound like the... Have you seen those videos of the guys who act like... Right, I don't even know what
Great. I'm glad we got derailed for no reason. Thanks. You're fired.
It would be cool.
I'm
if,
not even getting
Am
paid.
I your boss?
I'm not even getting paid.
Wait, realistically, am I your boss?
If you're a captain, yes.
Oh, true. But I don't have a boss. I'm a pirate.
Oh, yeah.
We're all
I'm
pirates.
your boss. No.
We don't have pirates. We're all
I'm the
pirates,
captain.
right? Are we all pirates?
I'm a captain.
You're the captain of the
You're
pirate
the
ship.
matey.
But we're all pirates on a pirate ship.
Then why am I just a pirate?
No, you just suck.
What
no, you're like a
Okay,
you're like an
so like
invading
12-page
pirate.
comics are like a
True.
thing. Okay, so like I found this really cool concept on Tumblr. No, I found this really cool concept on Tumblr, and it was like this person talking about how they struggle to write really short stories, and so they were like, "Listen, you give yourself 12 pages. 12 pages is enough
12
to
panels.
No, 12 pages.
Oh, 12 pages?
12 pages.
Oh,
God, like you have to tell.
I'm
12
sorry.
I thought you said panels earlier.
Yeah.
No, 12 panels is a lot harder because then I can just make
Oh,
every
wow.
single page one panel.
Yeah.
No, because they were like, tell a story in 12 pages with however many panels you need. And if you like write super tiny, then I guess you're still in the thing. But whatever. It's supposed to like help you tell a story chronologically with like good flow and like teaches you how to like build up certain things and like how pages should be laid out or whatever.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, I want to try it. I need to practice my storytelling. And so then I was like, I have no creativity left whatsoever. So I got like a random prompt generator, but
Yeah.
then I got a random number generator. And so the number generator gave me a number. And so then I clicked the generator for the prompts, however many times that number was.
Yeah.
And I got this one and it was like, you wake up in the middle of the night and you reach to turn your light on. It won't turn on. Explain why the light's not turning on. And so cool. So I came up with this story, and I got it all paneled. I got paneled out.
Paneled.
I got it explained in like a little written form. And so basically, what happens is that like this like kid wakes up.
Hold up, that's going in the podcast. There's this little sketch drawing she made.
My little
and
thumbnails.
I need to take a picture of it
But
and
she's
put
like
it
so adorable.
in
so,
the
like,
podcast.
Get good
This
lighting.
is so
Mood.
pure and good.
If like
All right, there it is.
Big mood.
if like anybody out there is like actually into this podcast, please animate our shit.
I'd scream.
Also, suck my please.
Please don't, Corbin.
Please,
God
I'm
damn it.
sexually stressed.
Oh my gosh.
Got eat a lot of food. Keep your dick fat. Anyway, what was I talking about? Okay, so this kid wakes up in the middle of the night and they're like, "Why am I awake? Let's turn the lamp on." And the lamp doesn't turn on. And she's like, "Clickety clickety click, click click click," and it's not turning on. And she's like, "SMH bitch." And so she's like looking at the lamp, trying to see if the lights turned out. And there's like a little like glowy dust, and she's like, "The this," and she like pokes it, and then she looks around the room, and there's like a trail of like glowing shit like leading out of her room, and she's like, "Gotta go follow it. I'm a horror movie."
Gotta go fast.
Yeah.
She's like,
I'm a horror movie. I'm just the movie.
I'm a main character in a horror movie. I'm stupid
There
and
we
I just
go.
follow things. Shut up. I lost my train of thought. And so she walks outside.
What?
You found the train.
I'm like laughing so much I'm getting lightheaded.
Anyway, so
Same.
she goes out, she follows like throughout the rest of her house, and like I can't decide if she's like a kid and she's in her parents' house or she's like an adult living in her house, but she's also a millennial, so I don't think she can afford a house. So, you furry.
I'm drawing a dog. Anyways, continue.
Anyway, so she walks outside and she sees like the trail leads to a big ass ball of light. She's like, "Hey, what? I like." And she tried to touch, and then it's like gurgle gurgle, and it's like a big ass monster behind her, and she's like, "Ah!" And she falls on the ground, and the monster swipes at her, and instead of dying, he's just grabbing the light bulb away from her, and she's like, "My light." And
Wait,
he's like,
she took the light bulb from the house?
No, wait, okay. The light is from the light bulb. So the light that came out of her light bulb, that when it would, because the light is from her light bulb and it can't turn on. So the monster took the light out of the light bulb and he's trying to put it into like this ball that he has, or she, I don't know. The monster's a boy.
The monster's of
The monster's a boy right now.
Yeah.
Cause anyway, so the little kid's like, "The hell? Why? What?" And so the monster's like, "Rah, rah, rah." And he's like, "I'm trying to put the light in the ball, but the ball keeps like leaking out." And she's like, "Hold on." And so she tries to grab the ball. The monster's like, "Rah, rah, rah." And she's like, "It's okay, I got you." And so she touches the monster, touches the ball, and she goes, "Gah." And then she's like, "Yeah." And she runs into the house and grabs some super glue and like super glues the ball back together. And they put the light back in the ball, and the ball glows. And then the monster's like, "Rah, rah," and she's like, "Bye." Then she goes back in the house and goes to bed. And like in my mind, it was like a big ass like dragon looking kind of monster.
Yeah.
And so like you see like in like the back like lid of her window past the lamp, and it's like the ball is like a moon, and the dragon is like a cloud going around the moon.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of
So it was all a dream.
it was all a f***ing dream. Dicks.
Dicks.
That's us.
And that's a dick.
Tag yourself. That's me.
This is Mari.
You're not going to see that, f***ers. I'm not editing that one in. We have
Beep,
a picture
beep,
here.
Beep. Anyway, so yeah, my monster go blarg, and the little girl go SMH and blah.
And that's the story.
That's the story. But I gotta tell in 12 pages.
I'm sure that it's going to turn out really good, and I hope to maybe post it in the next episode.
You can see it better, yeah.
Possibly. Maybe the episode after. Don't rush.
Forcibly.
Forcibly?
Forcibly.
Yeah, she's
like,
adorable.
honestly, like, okay, that is supposed to be that, but then I was like, that's gross.
Oh, I had a question. This is also going to be on the record so they can hear too. But like, should we release the first episode by? I'm thinking we're going to release this first episode as like a pilot, and then I'm going to ask them a couple questions. One of the questions was going to be, should we release these as we make them, or should we release them in season packages? Like every 5 episodes, it's season 1, and we put that out.
No, I hate binge watching. I hate binge listening to podcasts. That like overwhelms me very much. I listen to them episode by episode.
The thing is, though, if we don't do season releases, then it's probably going to be very inconsistent.
You're correct.
So it's like either we have long periods of waiting filled with 5 or 10 episodes of podcasts, or we just upload maybe once every 3 or 4 months.
Literally, what say you? They don't have seasons, and they haven't like posted in most recent one was from September, and they're like, we haven't been on in like the longest time. And
Are
I'm
they
like,
dead?
They're not dead. I love them.
So that's one thing that I'm probably gonna have them answer, whether they want just as we release them or in packages.
I keep forgetting what I'm supposed to draw here, and I'm like checking back, and I'm like, I don't remember what I'm supposed to draw here, and then I flip back and I forget, and I'm like, God damn it, son of a bitch.
You need to take a picture.
What is that? Oh, it's a jar. It's a thing.
What?
I don't know. That guy's holding.
Oh, we're in a public library right now.
Support your public libraries.
But we're in the silent room.
They can't hear us talking about dicks and wieners.
I had my finger on my lip and I was like, haha, Hitler, and I was about to sign. But I was like, wait, there's some windows.
This is the anti-Semitism we need.
Oh my gosh.
Semiticism? Is that a word?
Semitism?
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 Septic tank.
Septicai.
Sepatism?
Nepotism.
No.
Nepotism?
What? Oh, I thought nepotism was incest.
No, nepotism just hiring your family.
Yeah, incest.
No.
Workplace incest.
This is my
Just as bad as regular incest.
Honestly,
to be
can we
honest.
just like edit this whole chunk out?
No, I'm gonna especially like increase the noise in the Hitler bit, and
Oh my god, no.
I'm gonna throw in the German
screaming.
war cries.
It's just ear rape.
Yeah, it'll just be broken.
That's even worse. Oh god, I'm gonna kill
Sorry.
myself.
Next topic.
Next
Let's get
topic,
outta
how are we
here.
gonna kill ourselves?
All right, we can talk about. Speaking of people.
God damn it, I'm always gonna forget, sorry.
Speaking of people killing themselves, let's think about Tommy Wiseau's career. Ayo.
Hey, what's
And his
up?
only thing that he's made that's worth talking about, The Room.
Oh, he has books.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. How's your book going? Does he still write?
Anyway, how's your sex life?
Man, have you seen Tommy Wiseau's Twitter?
No.
It's the most
wait,
positive
it
thing.
exists?
Yeah.
It's the most positive thing.
Honestly, he
like,
is. He's a
He
positive
is.
person.
people are like, how do you do it? How do you go through day-to-day life without like
Knowing
being
you're an
dragged
alien.
down, knowing that people hate you and insult you every day? And he's like, you got to use the negativity to build your creativity. And it's like, yeah, Tommy Wiseau,
Right.
yeah, daddy. Yes.
I
I
wouldn't
can
agree
never
with that
say
statement.
to you after what you told me.
About what?
Oh god,
About
what the
Daddy.
About my daddy kink?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
You have a daddy kink?
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. We transferred kinks to each other. I started off with just a daddy kink, and you started off with thighs, and then we transferred it to each
Yeah.
other.
Oh wait, now you're a thigh kink?
Yeah, I have the
Great.
biggest thigh kink. Honestly,
love-
like
I'm more of a like a stocking squish thigh kink, like
A lot who are like,
and like
oh.
sit down squish thighs when they
Yes.
go like.
And booties.
I could live in thighs
so there's this. That's vor.
between a nice pair of
That's not. How do you?
How is that?
I'm sorry. Like you said inside, and I was like, oh,
But how do you get into the
no.
thigh?
You gotta cut it open. The wound.
Oh,
That's
God.
probably a kink summer. Can we just edit this?
That is a kink. No, this is
Edit.
the gay kink Disney episode.
The gay kink.
We have talked about gay a lot.
Yeah.
Gay culture is talking about gay shit a lot.
Gay culture is a wound in the thigh.
No, don't do that.
It's the gay boys.
Hold up.
It's them tall boys.
It's
You know
gay
those?
boys.
Okay, so you know those big flippity floppity things that you see?
Oh,
at,
the
like,
wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man?
Oh
yeah,
my
but do you want to know what the original name was?
What?
Tall boys.
Yay!
We some tall boys.
Like, it's like if you look at the Wikipedia article, it says every single name they're called by, and then it's like, but originally they were called Tall Boys, and someone was like, this is written by the McElroys.
Can you really, though, trust Wikipedia?
I
trust
can
it.
trust Wikipedia.
I trust
They're
Wikipedia.
dying right now. They're trying their
are.
hardest.
I know, I feel so bad. They're
Hey
always
guys, donate to fucking Wikipedia, please.
like, listen, I'm broke.
Like, have you seen that tiny webcomic where it's like Wikipedia is like some
Spare change.
Spare chains.
spare change,
Spare
and they're
change
like,
for a research.
sorry, man, but like later on they're like using Wikipedia for the research.
I feel so
They're
bad.
like,
I'm like,
"No,
I
thank
honestly
you."
should. I honestly should donate to Wikipedia.
Even $1 helps. If everyone who used Wikipedia donates $1,
50
we need
cents.
if you can donate $1 a day to save a Wikipedia.
This-
Please adopt a Wikipedia today.
This podcast
Don't
is
adopt,
sponsored.
just shop.
Yeah, no.
Don't adopt, shop.
No, don't shop, adopt.
Don't
Chop,
chop.
chip, chop.
I have all my
sucking some.
What?
chop. I was blah.
I'm gonna kill myself.
I brought a news if you wanna just prepare it. We could all take turns.
I brought the news and I was like, wait,
Yeah.
what? You brought a newspaper?
Oh no, no, it's a rope.
Guys,
I
pro
learned how
tip.
to take pennies.
Hey guys, pro tip for all those college students out there who need to like mail in textbooks. If you buy your own box, which is like $1 or like less than $1, and print your own shipping label, UPS ships it for free.
You can also just and die.
Wait, can I get like a box and draw like a penis on it? And
Please
then, like,
don't.
Dicks to go.
The right price every day.
Here.
Rooms to go.
Make it free.
Fun.
Dicks to go.
Make it free.
Well, a duck walked up to a lemonade stand,
And he said to the man running the stand,
"Hey,
this died in
Archie, how you
2006.
Can I
This died in
suck your
2006.
dick?
No.
You have to censor this?
Okay, since we're all censoring.
Some of it.
Okay, since we're censoring some of this, one vine that's been stuck in my damn head for the past like 3 weeks is the Jerry, I want you to me, Jerry.
Oh my gosh.
Me. I was like, me.
That was my junior year because of one
Jerry.
asshole.
Is it Jerry?
No, this fucker just came in. He'd be like, Jerry,
Would you know?
why don't you fuck me,
You
Jerry?
Jerry.
And the weird thing is that like I liked him,
Oh, great.
and I was like, what are you talking about? Are
He
you serious?
wants Jerry to him.
Am I Jerry?
It's stuck in my head.
I want
And
to
he
be
was
Jerry.
like, yeah, you're Jerry. And I'm like,
Whoa.
but he didn't
It's like, you daddy,
Oh.
I'm daddy.
but he didn't like me. He was just joking. And I was like,
Jerry.
okay.
Oh wait, shit.
I
So
figured it out. I can just turn the page.
back to
Upside down.
Oh.
Mr. Actually, we need a censor sound. Actually, we should probably agree on something.
A pirate.
You have to make a sound now.
Me?
A censor sound.
I like the one you did before. Moist.
Moist towelette.
I don't
Ew,
understand.
why would you say moist?
Sorry.
I don't know
So,
what's wrong with that. Oh, so you're saying.
About the what were we talking about?
We're talking about foreskin.
Foreskin. About the foreskin. So God said, let there be no more foreskin if you truly believe in me. And then they were like, okay, we'll do that, God, for you. We'll go across the desert and ask people to remove their foreskins
Yeah.
in your name. And people did. And they carried around giant sacks of foreskin, just walking around being like, hey, you want to remove it? And they're like, yeah, of course, I love God. You know? And people like kind of kept that tradition up, even though the Old Testament came around and said the only thing you need to do to admit
The
yourself
Old
into
Testament or
heaven.
the New Testament?
New Testament came around
Mhm.
and said the only thing you need to do to be admitted into heaven is to just accept Jesus Christ as
To
your
love
Lord and
Jesus.
Savior, right? That's it. That's all it says, right?
Yeah, Lord Jesus.
No, people are still like, we need to cut the skin
beaks off.
around the winner off.
The winner.
The winner off.
Look how nicely that turned out. Like, anatomically, that looks really nice.
Yeah.
I want to kill myself. Everything else looks like shit.
You've been saying
It's
that
fine.
so much.
I know.
Yeah, are you okay?
I've had a bad week.
Do you need a hug? Do you need a hug?
It's fine.
Do you need a hug? Do you need a hug?
You need some
Oh my
meat?
god.
No, stop.
Do you need to talk to my therapist? She's so cool, by the way. She's always like, so this music group, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I still love them. She's like, yeah.
Y'all talk about Gerard Way and MCR or what?
We did once, but also no.
No, stop. No.
Triggered.
What was it? And she at one point she was like, yeah, you can also try meditation. There's this funny thing, and I'm like, uh-huh. And she's like, it was like Funny or Die. Do you know of it? I'm like, yeah. Where basically it's just making fun of meditation, where it's like, close your eyes
And suck some.
no, just kind of
Oh.
think about all your worries and troubles and just say fuck that shit. And I'm like, cool.
That shit.
Thank you for being my therapist.
He's
That's awesome. See, that's what we need in like therapists for like teens. We need some comedy relief.
Yeah, strangely enough, like I mostly just see kids, and like I go into a room and there's like a playhouse in there, and I'm like, Mom, what did you get me into?
This is a therapist for kids.
I'm 18, but like it looks so empty. Sorry. What was it?
It's
I looked it up.
6:48.
I looked it up on their website, and it's a family thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And I'm
family
like-
therapists usually have play areas for kids to go.
Yeah, and like little
Well-
Jurassic Park playing in the lobby area.
I have a funny story about
No,
Jurassic
but-
Park after this.
Actually, every single room has like a playhouse, costumes, shit like that in it. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, by the way, Chris Pratt, if you're listening to me,
Hey,
meet
check
up
out.
with me. My address is. Someone take this mic away from me.
I want a big hug from Chris Pratt.
I want to kiss your abs.
Oh my goodness.
So, funny story about Jurassic Park.
him.
My sister
His
found the
abs.
story, and it was like, yeah, so I went to the dentist with my mom, and we were there, and like the Jurassic Park was like just started, and there was one other guy in the waiting room, and there wasn't like a receptionist anywhere, and so we were like, okay, cool, like we filled out the paperwork, left it on the desk. Receptionist came back, took it up, and said, okay, the doctor will call you out when you're ready to go. And so we just kind of sit there, and there's another guy waiting there. And for the whole movie of Jurassic Park, we're just sitting there, and then as the credits are rolling, the guy stands up and goes, okay, so Miss So-and-so, are you ready to go? It was the doctor.
This was a good post.
It was good post.
Good post.
Good
I like
post.
spaced out the entire time you were talking. I was like, Jurassic Park.
Essentially, the doctor was watching the movie and finished the movie with the patients and then said, okay, let's go. But they didn't know he was a doctor. They just thought it was a random ass man.
Me. I am the random.
That's probably too quiet for the thing to pick up. We could probably be a little bit louder since less people are here to,
Also kind of spaced out when you were explaining it.
It's fine. You'll listen to the podcast. You'll
Here's
be
the
our
thing,
number one fan.
Jurassic Park. I just never really
Jurassic.
got into
Jurassic Park is
Jurassic
gay.
it. Jurassic. What?
Gay is a good thing, by the way.
Yeah. Like,
Sorry,
skateboarding is totally gay.
skateboarding's super gay.
Yeah, it's like when Dan Avidan was like,
Was
"I
like,
wanna turn gay
I want
into,
to turn
like,
gay into a positive thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Maya, you're gay.
Thanks.
Do you want your name censored from the podcast?
Oh, it's whatever.
Okay.
I thought it was, what was I? Pirate Maya saving
Pirate Maya, save.
Yarg.
No, you said saving Pirate Maya.
Saving
I did.
Maya.
I'm laughing
Okay.
too hard.
Honestly, this character is a big mood, and I love her.
Big booba is what I
Big
heard.
mood.
This
I
character's a big boob.
I hope this podcast is enjoyable.
I think it's enjoyable. I mean, we're making relatable references for them kids.
Them kids.
Them kids.
Oh my god.
No, seriously, Kyle. Step the fuck up, Kyle.
What the f***,
Oh,
Kyle?
what the fuck?
No, please don't. You sound like really right in front of my salad. Have you heard about the shared pornographic universe with this not in front of my salad people?
No.
Literally, okay, so you know the stupid, like, the porn, right? Where she was like, really, in front of my salad and two guys in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, one of the guys went...
No, clearly I don't. Sorry, I don't.
Okay, so one of the guys in another pornographic film, they were like, hey, do you want some salad? Flashed back to the video, and he said, no, thank you. I was like...
Yes.
Marvel, they're coming for your ass.
Episode.
He has PTSD, post-traumatic salad
Oh
disorder.
my gosh.
Triggered. I'm gonna kill myself.
This is. By the way, that's a meme. I don't watch porn.
In case your parents are
In case my parents listen.
porn is bad.
Porn is for evil
I was talking
people.
with some
Porn
kid
is
working
not
at.
a god.
I was talking with the cashier at Target the other day, and I was just kind of like making relatable jokes because I was like, I was kind of acting like a mom paying for all this stuff,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh man, I'm relatable for these kids, and I was like, haha, yeah, I'm 18. He goes, yeah, I'm 16, and I was like, you look 10 years older than me.
Oh.
I was like, oh, you're a baby. Why are you working here? It's Christmas Eve. Go home.
Aw. I didn't have to work on Christmas. I had to work on Christmas Eve though. It wasn't that
was a
hard.
Sunday.
Yeah. Christmas Eve was actually pretty easy because guess what? People are at home on Christmas Eve. What a wild concept.
Quick, give me a random character pose. Go. No, like.
That you're too JoJo.
Yeah, that's actually a JoJo pose.
Okay, so wait, what is it? And then it's like hand up here, and then what are your legs doing?
Oh, just draw this.
Something like that. I only like ever saw like the first 7 episodes of JoJo.
I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Calm down.
And everything in my life that I do
It's JoJo.
is because Jonathan's beautiful smile exists. And I'm proud to say that I'm a JoJo fan.
Okay.
No, it's all right. It's not my favorite, actually. Boku no Hero Academia is up there for me.
I only saw like
Token Todoroki.
I have the first season.
I was gonna say all of them are like my babes, but they're all underage. So
All
no.
of them are my babies except for the purple one.
Oh yeah.
Everybody hates the purple one. As
He's
far as
honestly
I know.
like.
Mineta-chan. What a bitch. His name,
Oh my
his
God.
superhero name is Grape Soda.
Really?
Yes.
I forgot that. I
Grapes.
literally block him out of the game.
Yeah, he looks like grapes.
And he looks like grapes.
Yeah.
I saw this fan fiction. It was like AU where everything is exactly the same except for Minata doesn't exist, and I was like,
Yes.
and they rewrote the
AU.
whole story, and I was like,
Yes.
it was like big.
That's
move.
the AU I want. Actually, no, I want the fantasy AU. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I want that.
For the credits.
You haven't seen.
I've seen the trailer.
Aw. The movie's coming out next year. Season 3 is coming out next year, and a video game is coming out next year.
Jackie wanted me to like watch so
Bleep.
bad.
It's.
Nobody knows who Jackie is.
Yeah. Who?
Jackie's gonna watch this and be
Jackie-
like, bitch.
Jackie wants me to dress up like Deku and scream, ah!
Well, I mean, it's a good show, but like, I just didn't keep up with it.
No,
With many
definitely. There's too much to watch. There's an oversaturation on the market of anime today. Can't wait for One Punch Man season 2.
I'm honestly so ready for that.
So it's a.
It's not done by Madhouse anymore though, which makes me nervous. Because
Really?
Madhouse did Death Note. They did
Hellsing?
they did Hellsing.
Yeah.
God
Madhouse
dang.
Entertainment.
Okay. Oh, Madhouse did Parasite. Parasite
Oh,
was
yeah.
beautiful.
Parasite
Like it was
beautiful.
gorgeous.
My mom, that was the one anime my mom really, really loved was Parasite.
Parasite is one of those that like.
It was good.
Here's what happened.
He
Here's-
looks like
here's
Yuri
what-
from Yuri on Ice.
You're not wrong. But also, here's what happened with me
He's
in Parasite.
scary.
I watched episode 1 at 6 in the morning,
Oh God.
and I asked myself, do I want to watch episode 2?
Yes.
Because this was really good. And I watched episode 2. And at about 1 in the morning,
This
I
is
finished the
horrible.
series. And
1 in the morning isn't that late. I stay up till
Yeah.
like 4.
but from 6 in the morning to 1, I almost watched for
Okay.
a full 24 hours.
Oh,
Okay,
6 in the
sure.
morning to 1 in the morning. I heard 6 at night.
No, 6 in the morning.
How many episodes were there? What the hell?
There's only like 30 something, but I was
Oh,
like
that's
I was taking like little bathroom breaks and like I was eating sometimes, but like I wasn't focusing on eating. I was like watching it. I was so fucking engrossed. It's such a good show.
Yeah, I binge watched like season 2 of Black Butler in like one day. One night actually. And it was such a crap season. Everybody hates it.
Speaking of hated anime seasons, Attack on Titan season. The
I never got into Attack on Titan.
let me just tell you, it's not worth it. Don't
I
watch
was very
it.
sad. Very
But
disappointed.
season 2 was pretty bad all around.
Yeah, but the bones.
But
Season 2 was pretty bad all around. However, I think the last episode was very strong, but that's it. It's not worth watching to see that last episode of season 2. Did you see the last episode of season 2?
Nope. I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like,
You were done. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's not worth it, but it's not worth it to see the last episode. But if you do see the last episode, trust me,
Of season 1 or
season 2. So you have to watch like
A bunch
like
of shit.
32
I'm
episodes.
caught up on the manga though. Can I just watch the last episode and be like, okay, cool?
I guess you can,
Like, I'm caught up on the manga. I know what happens.
but if you know what's in the manga, it's not. It doesn't
It's
make
not
sense
worth
to
it.
watch it.
Happy ending or bad ending?
Oh no, it's just badass. It's just badass. It's pure shonen adrenaline.
Oh,
like,
okay. Oh shit. Oh, go with
I
that.
hope I'm getting these gestures right because, like, I'm
I
kind
think
of
all of their budget for season 2 went into that last episode.
honestly
Oh my
me.
God. Okay, do you remember that one manga by Stan Lee?
Oh, Ultima.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I loved that so much. And
He's a
I
character in the
never
manga
finished reading.
too.
He is.
Me.
Because Stanley needs to be in.
He needs to be
his
in every.
works.
His cameos include Deadpool, X-Men, and Ultima, the manga.
Ultima-chan!
It's so cool, like how it goes between different timelines and universes and like shit,
Yeah.
and the characters are always the same but kind of different too. It's so cool, and like I only read like the first 2 volumes, but
In my head, I was like, something cool, something cool. What was it? What was it? Stanley? Stanley?
Stan Lee made an anime.
He was like the god or
He
something.
made a manga. Yeah, he was like the god of the universes who made the robots.
It was insane. Like,
It's like some
That sounds like a
Gurren
real...
Lagann shit, but like even more
Yeah.
intense than Gurren Lagann.
personally, I hadn't
This
seen
is some
any
good shit.
manga so deep as that one.
Oh yeah, no, it gets into it, and like the emotion that like okay, so like there's also gay. There's big gay in the comic too.
I am
So
the big
main
gay.
character has a best friend who's like subtly gay for him, but he can't understand why, and it's because in a past life he was a girl and they were together, and so he's like trying to fight his feelings for him.
But it's like, no, he
But
accepts
he's
the
like,
gay.
yeah, he can't. This is the gay episode. Hello, this is
True.
Ink Ocean episode 1. Gay.
Gay.
What
This
do
is, we're setting the tone very early.
Cancer.
Sorry, I had a possession moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mari seemed very worried about you.
Hey, Chris. we can't do anything Disney.
Yeah, we can.
They're gonna come for our asses.
It's Ricky Rouse.
I hope-
Ricky-
I hope they
Ricky
on my
Rouse.
ass.
Ricky Rat.
What?
Ricky Rat. Ricky the Rat. Isn't that Disney character? Ricky the Rat.
Ricky the Rat's not a Disney character.
Well, he's our character now.
Okay,
This
Ricky
is
the
my
Rat.
character's name, Ricky the Rat.
Stop.
Ratchet as
Oh yeah, just draw like a itchy scratchy kind of mouse.
got this.
Man, I love The Simpsons. Can we talk about The Simpsons? Just kidding, I hate The Simpsons.
What the hell?
Also going in the podcast.
I love it.
Hold it up. This is going up. This
Mine
is.
just looks like
Wait, draw a body real quick. Just draw the worst body you can think of real quick. Because this is our Ricky the Rat.
Oh my god.
It's even better. It got that. He has 3 legs
It's a
and 1
tail.
tiny leg.
It's a tail.
Oh, it's even better. I love him.
Aw,
This is
that's our
Ricky
mascot.
the Rat.
Because rats are on ships.
Oh, we spread the plague. We were the reason for the... Okay, so
Wait,
Ricky the
he's
Rat's
the
our
only one who
mascot.
doesn't have a plague. What if he's just our friend?
Oh, he's the survivor.
Yeah. He's like, hey guys.
This is some lore for Ink
He
Ocean.
needs some shoes.
He's like, hey
Oh,
guys.
by the way,
what's
I'm
up?"
actually gonna try and like animate an intro for this when this actually goes up.
Yeah, totally.
Like it's gonna be like a. It's not gonna be animated. It's gonna be like
Can he have like a
what do you
stub
call
art?
it?
You need what?
Storyboarded.
Storyboard. Yeah.
Yeah,
You need to tell me when this comes out because I'm gonna listen to all of it while I'm drawing.
of course.
Why?
So
update that.
I guess our logo for right now was like an anchor, but it could just be Ricky the Rat.
I'm down. I'm down. I love it.
If you send me a high quality drawing of Ricky the Rat, I'll redraw it. I'll make it digital and I'll put it as our logo.
Mine just looks like an evil Chuck E.
Just the
Cheese.
face though. You don't have to do the whole thing. Just the face.
I love him.
I love him.
This is my
Just you have to do the eye like this way too, like big eye on the.
big eye, small eye.
You guys are gonna love
Ricky
this.
the Rat. What time is it?
Oh, it's 7:01.
No, I was checking the time of how long we've been running.
Oh, we've been running for an hour now.
Damn, what was the last time we did?
The last one we did was like 2.5 hours. We did a 2. Oh, we had an episode 0. It's probably not gonna be uploaded, so that's what we're talking about. Sorry, no episode 0 for you guys.
What happened in episode 0?
We just
I
talked
still
about
have it. It's just I don't know if I want to put it out.
My child has
We'll
really
ask-
long legs. Why
hey,
does she have such long legs?
Listeners, do you want to listen to episode 0?
Do you want episode 0?
Well, actually,
This is not anatomically correct. My life.
We should probably do like a Patreon thing, and if we get a certain number of Patreons, we can release episode 0.
definitely.
Yeah.
Although I'm not in it.
And you're not in it. Yeah, it's just me. It's just me and Mari over here talking about. What did we talk about?
She point her feet.
We talked about.
Talked about our comics.
And our comics. Yeah, our own like individual works.
I'm still working on my
I'm an emo girl.
Oh.
I showed you some, but like I recently changed the style, so I gotta restart all that shit.
Yeah, no, that
Big
stuff.
mood.
That stuff is hard. I've started and stopped on so many projects, but this is the first one I've continued for. I believe it's 9 months now, 9 or 10 months that I've worked on this thing constantly.
I'm
Where
honestly
do I
so
read
proud.
it?
It's not available yet to read online.
Here
You're
you
just
go.
hyping it.
However,
Wait, she need hair.
However, you can view the Instagram page for the upcoming comic that I'm working on called Wick at official.wick at Instagram. It's on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Watch my stories. Vote on shit. Let me hear your voice. Let me hear your hands clap.
I have a Redbubble Instagram account.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
check it
let's-
out. I put my art on t-shirts. It's called The Underground 5 on Instagram.
Let's just plug our stuff real quick because, like, I think we're about to close this episode up. So
Did we have anything else to talk about?
we had a couple things to talk about, but I think we should maybe. Do you want to like?
How long is this?
I don't
It's
have
been an
any
hour.
social media.
Oh,
You have a Tumblr.
I have a Tumblr.
Oh, but it's a
Follow-
personal Tumblr.
I don't give
Oh, okay.
know all of my I don't even like that's the thing, like it's a personal Tumblr, but I don't even like have like depression rants on it. Like I just like
I have a private Twitter that I don't share with anyone where I like have my saucy stuff and my rants.
Ooh.
You can get sassy.
Yeah.
See, and like I follow this like I follow this one person and their BTS blog, and I follow so many, so you'll never find out which one it is. Anyway, they're the best. I love them. They're like I've never had mutuals before, and like I have a mutual now, and I love her so much. But she like depression rants on her. she depression rants on her BTS blog, and I'm like honestly, like I wish I could do that on my blog, but like so many people I know in real life follow me on that blog, and I'm like I can't have them see that.
You can depression rant to me, dude. You know I care about you, right?
I know.
Okay. Hi, guys.
What's up?
Hello.
It's like nothing ever happens.
That was
Pokemon
quick.
Go.
Pokemon Go is lame.
Okay, so bleep this name, but got me back into Pokemon Go like rowdy.
Yeah.
And
Dang it, I have to bleep now. Dang it.
Do you though? Nobody knows who it is.
Nobody. Stop. Just ask her permission to use her name. We have to ask the other person too.
you're right. Who was the other people we talked about?
I'm not gonna say it because I'm trying to stop this person
Oh!
and this person if we can use their names.
What?
They're both gonna. One of them will probably say yes, but the other one's gonna you.
Probably.
Here's the thing, like, if the viewers don't know who they are personally, like, they haven't met them.
Of course, but they're still like, you never know.
If we
I
get, like,
just
big
wanna
enough
play
and we're
Pokemon
like,
Go.
that's our friend that, and then they go back.
This library's
like,
a
this
Pokestop.
episode,
Oh my god, guys!
and
I
it's
could have
like-
been getting Pokeballs the entire time. Ooh, I got some rowdy shit. And I leveled up.
This is some good stuff.
I got some
This is
great
good
balls. Holy shit.
Quality podcasting.
Oh wait, I leveled
Yeah.
up. That's why I got great balls.
Let's just play some Pokemon Go mid.
So I
podcast.
keep like I've gotten like 3 Pikachus with Santa hats in
That's
like
cute.
the past week.
I love them.
Yeah, and I've also gotten like several million fucking Rosalias. Rosalias
Yeah.
with like little flower buds, and I was like, I'm gonna evolve them. There's not an evolution for them anymore.
No.
And I'm like, I'm gonna kill myself.
Dead.
I'm dead. I got 2,000 XP for my streak bonus.
Oh, hey Maya. Speaking of Instagram, like we were probably talking about before, but probably not.
Yeah.
There was a specific artist that you really enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
Care to elaborate on this artiste? Stop snarping.
Hey, my boy.
Gulp.
Nessa.
This is
Oh,
a no
this is-
snarp zone.
This is a gulpin, not a schnormfling.
I just tooted. You made me toot.
That's like the best laugh when you laugh so hard you like just like fart really hard and you're like.
Dude, one time I was playing games with and a girl who I will not mention. Also, now I have to ask for his name.
God damn it! Son of a bitch!
Okay, so
Wait a
I'm
minute.
playing.
I have a question. Do you know anything about Pokemon evolutions?
What?
Do Gulpins?
Hardly.
Do Gulpins turn into big boys?
They turn into big boys, but they don't. It's not.
It's the big one that eats everything.
Yeah.
Muck.
No, not muck. They turn into they turn into something that looks like this. That's what they look like.
Oh, are they purple?
They're cute, and no, they're green actually.
Oh,
I believe.
I have no idea what the. Why am I not ready for the Pokestop anymore?
So anyways,
yeah,
I was playing games with some of my friends, and
Gorms.
we were laughing so hard we farted.
Me.
That's the end of that story. So, Maya,
I'm gay. I'm not that one, but I'm still gay.
So Maya's showing us a Instagram profile of. Let me see the name. It is
Kushnophilia.
Kushnov_Ilya.
I love you all the time.
We'll probably you just send me that name. And
I love all the girls.
We'll
I will spell
put
it out
in
for
the
them.
description.
KUVSHINOV_ILYA. I love her. I'm gay. Give me your number. I will be your wife.
Anyways, we have some sick ass art from her. You care to tell us a little bit about it, Maya?
Some stick ass.
I love how kind of the characters look very anime or sort of manhwa,
Yeah, definitely. I feel manhwa more than manga.
but sort of mixed with like comic booky, like almost grittiness in some of them.
There's like a level of realism that's American,
Yeah.
whereas there's that's manhwa. That's super manhwa.
Oh, I love it.
Because it has that realism.
Mm-hmm.
They look like K-pop idols.
Yo, that's really cute.
I'm gay.
Okay, we're probably gonna. We'll have to. Can you ask her permission to use some of our art in our podcast, just like to show it?
Like message them. Like,
Yeah, just be like, hey, we have a podcast. Can we just like throw up some pieces of your art and editing real quick
yeah. I'll
and
message
plug
them.
you? Like, just say we'll
Yeah.
share your account and everything.
Hello.
We're doing this live, folks.
Hey, does anybody know how to like battle in Pokemon gyms?
You have to walk up to the gym and then you click battle.
No, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to fight the other Pokemon.
You
My
just
Pokemon...
swipe up, like it's.
How?
You click on the Pokemon. There's a little battle icon. It's 2 Pokeballs and like an explosion.
A Nababerry.
You click the explosion.
No, but like, there's like ways to dodge them because my Pokemon die so easily.
You scroll left and right to dodge.
But like when I do that, it just shoots more fireworks.
Because it lag.
I hate one.
Bad optimized app equal bad game. What a concept.
So I realized like it's really cool. If you watch the Pokestop for it to reset, it fades from purple to blue.
That's nice.
It's a nice-
That's actually a pleasant touch.
It's a pleasant mechanic.
Instead of just, oh, I'm blue now. And it's like
I did.
I'm blue now. You did it?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we get permission.
Tell her I'm really gay.
Don't tell her that. Tell her to listen to our podcast and
Please,
sponsor us.
It's gay culture.
What is it?
Ink Ocean.
Ink Ocean.
The Ink Ocean.
It's
The
called.
ocean of ink.
The intro is going to be so badass. You guys are not ready.
What's the I was like,
So
what's the
basically,
ocean?
it's all of us in this tiny life
See,
raft.
look. It's fading.
What the fuck? I thought we were on a ship.
No, what happens is we're in a tiny life raft.
Look, it faded.
We're
Oh.
in a tiny life raft sailing away from a broken ship, and
Oh.
Cthulhu is tearing it into pieces. And then we have a radio on board, and so
I want the.
Mari,
Let me be in range.
I'm trying so hard.
When do you think the episode will come out?
This episode, well, it depends. I could probably edit it like tonight if I really tried, but I would be so exhausted and dead.
Like,
I think I'll do it
let
tomorrow.
me just like.
So when do you think it'll be up?
It could be finished by the end of this week, and it could be up by next week.
Wait a minute. Let me go this way.
I just need to. The editing is always the hardest part. It's always the hardest, longest, toughest part.
No.
Editing isn't hard, but it's the constant watching and rewatch. By the way, Mari is walking around our small space and trying to catch Pokemon by walking to each corner of the
Next week?
space. Yeah, hopefully next week it'll be
I'm
uploaded.
gonna kill myself. Sorry.
Oh, so
Yep.
I think that is the end of our Ink Ocean podcast. Episode 1, the gay episode.
It's been so nice.
No, wait, we're not going to close it off like that. We have to ask some questions, some Q&A,
Oh, okay.
but to our audience.
Oh, cool.
Hey,
So,
does anybody speak Korean?
Hey,
I have a
shut-
question about Korean.
shut the up.
That's my question. That's my question. Don't be rude.
Okay. I was talking about... Okay, I guess I'll ask the podcast-related questions. You guys can ask whatever you want.
Okay,
So,
cool.
Mari, go ahead.
All right, cool. I'm learning Korean, guys, and like I just figured out, like I knew that nugu meant like you, like who, like who. Like if you're asking like whose baby are you, say nugu egi, and then it was like nugu temune. It's like because of who, and so I'm like, does then like can I use the word temune to say because of? Like, I want to know, am I using this word correctly? Please help me.
All right, comments, answer away. And for you?
I get one question.
You can ask as many as you want.
Una cuestión.
We're closing out the episode, so it's like, whatever. Freestyle this shit. My name is Bitch. I have a large dick.
Eat a lot of food, keep your dick fat.
That's the 5th time we've done that.
I love it.
There's a spike from where I hit the table.
Yeah,
I want to see if, like,
I'm sure.
Yeah, nah,
like every
it's-
single time.
hardly.
Um,
I have to edit that out. That clipped it.
what's my question?
Eat a lot of food.
Did you enjoy the podcast? You should totally share it with your friends, even if you didn't. Like, no publicity is bad publicity, even if it's...
Yeah, even if
Yeah,
it's terrible.
negative, yeah.
Even if we're talking about... what was the bad thing that we
Trans
talked
kids.
about? No! We're cutting that out.
We are?
I don't know, maybe. It depends.
Oh, okay.
What could we do better? What could we do worse? Let us know in the
What could we
comments.
do worse?
Hot and single A, hit me up.
No,
Aw.
don't do that.
Okay.
You got.
I'm just kidding. It's your life. Do what you want.
I'm
Hey.
looking for a sugar daddy. I need
Please.
somebody to pay my tuition bills.
I just want to have a happy, wholesome relationship. So if there's any, gamer girls.
I want a gamer girl.
I want a gamer girl.
I
I just
want
want
a
a
girl
anime bitch.
to go to church with.
I want
and read
a
your
big
Bible.
goth titty GF.
God damn
A
it.
goth
I need
big
a
titty
goth
GF.
girlfriend. If anybody wants to be my goth girlfriend, I will marry you.
I'm goth, but I'm only B cup, which is sad.
I'll take a goth little
What the
little titty.
Guys, we can be the goth girl to the wholesome kitchen wife girl.
I'm down for polyamorous relationships too. I'm desperate. Help.
Calm down over there.
No,
okay, edgelord.
I'm sure a lot of you, maybe some of you, are into art.
This
Please.
is why I'm listening to the podcast.
Send art.
No, well,
Send fan art.
yeah, totally.
Draw us,
Totally.
even though you haven't seen us.
Yeah,
Draw us saying, I want to kill myself. And
At least
eat a lot
you
of
should totally animate this shit. It's-
Animate.
If someone's
Yeah.
good at art, animate the phrase, eat a
I'll
lot of
pay
food,
you.
get your dick fat.
Actually, no. I'd like to pay someone to make
Oh,
some
yeah.
animations later though.
That should be,
Definitely not.
I have
right
money.
now.
I can pay somebody to do that. I got PayPal, guys. I could pay you guys.
I got $2 on
I
PayPal.
have $2 on PayPal. That's all I need.
I'll give you $2.
Someone PayPal'd me. Can we edit this out? Never mind. I don't care. Someone PayPal'd me $25 to talk with them over over Skype, and I
What?
was
Non-sexual?
non-sexual.
That's nice.
Really?
And then after he paid me the $25, he was like, "Hey, do you want to get sexual?" And I was like, "No." So I blocked him.
But you got that money.
But I got that money
But you got that money.
And
That-
as soon as I got it, I transferred it to my bank account, and I was like, "Hey,
Done.
can't get it.
Gone. You can't
Nice.
claim that.
Yeah.
It's gone
mine.
now. It doesn't exist anymore."
Oh my god.
I was such a player, and I was like, "Damn, it's so good."
I wish someone would message me to have Skype time.
Me too. Just talk normally.
Yeah, just to have a wholesome conversation,
I
and
need
then you
a
whip
job.
your out at the end, and then
I
I
need
get
a-
scared and I run
yeah.
away.
I need a job. By the way, this is in December 2017. We are fetuses, I'm sure, if we keep this up.
Never.
We can just
What?
continue this
Don't ever rewatch this. Delete it off the internet.
Shut up.
Archive this.
archive.
Put it on the black web. Decimate it.
The black web.
Destroy the black
Racist.
What?
I'm hungry. Let's go eat caldo.
web. Let's go eat caldo. That's chicken.
What's
No?
what's the outro?
Caldo de res is beef soup.
It's not chicken. My dad calls caldo chicken. He's
No.
Hispanic.
Pollo. Caldo de
Pollo
pollo is chicken soup. But
Caldo de
re-
pollo. That's what he meant.
Caldo de pollo, yeah, it's chicken soup. Caldo de res is what I'm craving, and it's like beef
Oh,
bone soup.
well, you just said caldo, so
Okay, well, let's go get some caldo.
caldo.
Caldo means pot.
I hope my
Caldo.
parents don't watch this.
Caldo,
Try you.
caldo. Yo,
Try.
it sounds like caldo.
Eat a lot of food. Keep your dick fat.
By the way,
That should be our outro.
do you want us to
What?
upload episodes in seasons or as we make them. Let us know in the comments. I am Captain Corbin.
I'm Matey.
Matey who?
I'm Matey.
And
I'm Pirate Maya, saving Pirate Maya.
Saving Pirate Maya.
And y'all are helpless and pathetic. Goodbye. From all of us at Ink Ocean, Happy New Year.
You're not worthless. We love you.
No, you're just pathetic.
Bye.